Alright, today I'm going to be talking about my Coleman CT200U-EX Coleman mini bike that comes stock with the front suspension, a light pod, and this fake looking gas tank up here. I had a few people on the Facebook pages ask me about my light bar and phone charger setup, so let's get into it. Alright, so the light that this bike comes with, it's pretty big, but it's not very bright. It's powered off the RPMs of the motor, so you've got to be going pretty fast in order to be able to see. So I went ahead and swapped it out with a Harbor Freight special light bar. This one I believe will run you about $45. I like to try to find the balance between, value and quality, and I found Harbor Freight's does a pretty good deal with those. You'll see underneath I've had to make this small little bracket with just a 1-inch steel sheeting. I cut it into an 8-inch strip and a 4-inch strip, and I bent the 4-inch strip down right here. Drilled a few mounting holes for the light bar bracket. Looks a little awkward, but it's actually at like the perfect angle to see everything you need to see. We're gonna go ahead and take it around back here and talk about the battery I've got going. We got this Super Start Power Sport AGM battery. You're gonna make sure you want to get the AGM battery, because if your bike tips over or anything like that, you don't want the battery acid and everything to ruin your battery. With the AGM, you're gonna be fine. You put it in ATVs, motorcycles, stuff like that. So we've got the battery set up in this ammo can. It's not a permanent setup. I haven't figured out exactly where I want to mount it yet, but we've got it in there, running through the outside. And we've got our fuse box right there, running around through here. Got our relay tucked back in there. If you can see, there's our relay. And then we're going to come back out here. It came with a whole bunch of extra wire, and I don't like to cut off wire in case I need it later, so I've got it zip tied all up underneath. And that's going to run up here where we're going to split off onto the switch, and then to the power spots where we're going to power the light bar, and we're going to power our phone charger up here in the box. Okay, so right here you'll see this wire with the white clip. This is going to be your switch wire. I've got a hole drilled out in the bottom of the box right here where we've got the wire fed through, and then I've just got it RTV sealed to the top right here. It's not the prettiest thing, but it does the job. And you just press the switch, and the light bar turns on, and so does the phone charger inside. Alright, so I've kind of laid it out here on the ground in a mock setup. So we've got the battery back here with our fuse box going to our relay, and then our cords are going to split up here. To the right, we're going to get it to go to the switch. And then up here to the left, we actually have two separate cords. So this is a plug and play wiring harness for two different light bars. One of them we've got wired to our light bar. The second one, we are going to use this little extension right here, and we're going to use those two wires to splice into a USB 12-volt charger. Alright, so right here after this bunch of wires, you're going to see where I've used this extension piece, and I've spliced right here with these blue clips into these two wires. These two wires are going to feed up through the box. Sorry if I can get focus. I'm going to feed up through the box and into the charger. So as you can see, I've just spliced into the light bar cable essentially right here. And we're running off the same wiring harness. So the only problem I have right now with this setup is that if I want to use the phone charger, I'm also using my light bar at the same time. But what you actually can do is you'll come down here and you can actually just unplug the light bar from the switch, the power source. You're no longer powering your light bar when you want to turn on and just use the phone charger. Alright, so something I forgot to mention before is that you're going to want to refer to this chart right here when you're choosing what level of fuse you're going to use. The fuse is an important safety feature because it will blow if the system is wired incorrectly and is getting too much power. If the fuse is rated too high, then it will not blow in unsafe conditions, and if it is too low, you won't be able to run your setup without it blowing. If you're running just the 8-inch light bar I used in the video without the chargers, then you can use this 3-amp fuse. If you're using the chargers as well, then it gets a little bit trickier. The 2 USB ports that I used in this video have a maximum draw of 3 amps, and the 12-volt port has a maximum draw of 12 amps. Based on what chargers or lights you want to use in combination determines the fuse that you'll need to run. Make sure to read your packaging. If I wanted to power all 3 chargers and my light bar, then I would need to use the 20-amp fuse that is unfortunately not included in this wiring kit. I hope this video was able to help some people out. I watched a few videos from Redbeard's Garage and some other YouTubers on there. The wiring harness also comes with a pretty basic instruction kit that you might want to refer to a little bit as well. But yeah, hopefully this helps some people out. Good luck and happy riding.